Hi, I'm Denise Jamila. I'm Caparas and I'm the interviewer.
And I am Molina Gabriel, and I'm going to be the interviewee.
So for the first question, tell me about yourself.
Well, besides my name, I professionally do art. I'm a visual artist, and I'm a content creator as well. I make visually appealing art to the public. I specialize in a lot of monographic, a lot of inspiration from the vintage era. I do a lot of conceptualizing with fashion and as well as conceptualizing with the modern art and how I can infuse it with queer influences. And besides that, I am also previously working as a an artist for this company X, Y, and Z. I previously worked there for 5 years, and now I'm here. I'm here in applying for this job.
So what are your strengths and weaknesses?
For me, my strengths and weaknesses. Well, I'll start with strength first. The strength is I can really be the glue for our team if there is a team project. I can handle multitasking. I can be the person who can be relied on. I'm a perfect fit to any group settings. Um, Another strength of mine is I used to be a leader from a lot of my previous projects. I tend to give a lot of more of what I can contribute from the ideas, from the engineering, from the overall. I think I am a really well-rounded individual if it comes to the group aspects or working well in a group. And one of my weakness, I would say, is I tend to be overstimulated with a lot of ideas. So I tend to bombard a lot of ideas and just jam packed it to um topics or just like a lot of topics, a lot of simpler ideas that need simpler solutions, a lot of that. And it is quite really a problem that it I think it easily fits, but it is one of my weakness for sure.
What tools or software are you proficient in?
The tools of software I am proficient in, I think, are Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop. I'm also proficient in Excel. I use Excel for my previous job proficiency. I think that's the whole purpose, one of the whole purpose of, or one of the huge chunk of purpose I have doing these past 5 years. Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, and Excel. I'm also proficient in a lot of Microsoft apps as well. I'm proficient in Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, yeah, sure. Um, Microsoft Forms and also Google Forms and other a lot of things, etc., etc. And the all basically a lot of fundamental things in the corporate world as well as a lot of fundamental software from the art perspective.
How do you stay up to date with industry trends?
Can you repeat that question? Sorry.
How do you stay up to date with industry trends?
Well, industry trends tend to be more in a collaborative and more in an advanced state, wherein I believe that there's a lot of um, there's a lot of conference that we held to feature innovators from the field of what I'm applying to, and that alone has been really useful tool for me because it is an aspect where I have this privilege to learn a lot of trends from the previous or the trailblazers in my field, as well as learning few tricks on how well this or that will work. So I think a part of that conversation or a part of that activity that these conference has been held is to innovate new generation of people to be more innovative and just adapt and just make it their own and just really evolve from the previous conference they were in the field of work. So that's how I stay up to date with trends.
How would you handle a situation where you disagree with your supervisor on a major decision?
Well, understanding and conversation is a really key part of that. I think like conversation as well as understanding, it just comes as a yin and yang conversation. We really need to talk about why I don't disagree with this and why I'm not really confident and what I'm not feeling, as well as like laying down the facts and laying down everything just to consider and understanding is understanding what that opinion comes to about in order to it come to fruition. And if I am frustrated in how this decision has been made, obviously I would accept it because this decision has been a collaborative work and it comes from conversating and it comes from understanding. And these two are like the evaluating factors on why that decision has been made. So those two being the consideration for that decision makes me really at least comfortable that oh maybe I do not agree, but at least these two are the factors that made up for that decision.
So, what would you do if you were faced with tight deadlines and incomplete information?
Well, I think back again from that conversation aspect and understanding, I think clarification before that task was given or during that task was given needs to reinstate because it's really hard to just do it by yourself without any guidance or just assuming this is gonna be the work that they need for you to be done. So I think conversation and just awareness and just having that prior knowledge or just clarification from the task that is handling would make my job at least a little bit better. However, if I were to face that tight deadline, I think like good time management would do the trick. Time management for your daily life, time management for your work life, and just balancing it out would really be a great solution. For me, if I were to be there, I think I would increase a lot of things in the work aspect in my time and then decrease the time where I need to do my personal stuff and just like really counterflow each part of these times in my day.
How do you handle stress or pressure?
I do handle stress and pressure really well, but if I were to reinstate how I do it, I think it was going to be a breath and just remember why you're here and remember that this job isn't easy and just remind yourself that you have overcome a lot of things and this hasn't this will not be one of that things that will overcome you. So that just keeps going through my mind just to go through it and go through it. And if it did like come in the very hasty time or it's just really hard, I tend to go back to where I first had the idea to go in this business and just reinstate a lot of things in my mind and just feeding my mind with positive things and just really go with it and hammer it and just have faith with yourself would be my go-to.
So, how do you work as part of a team?
Excuse me, sorry.
How do you work as part of a team?
I work really well as in a part of a team as a part of a team. I think I would describe myself as a middle man, a middle guy. I would be the list. I would listen. I would talk. I would contribute. But overall, I would just really blend in, and moreover, so I can contribute ideas from left and right too. I mean, my years of experience for my previous job has reinstated that knowledge for me, and that itself has been a really impactful thing, I guess, in the company, or really impactful for the group. And yeah,
Then why should we hire you?
I think you should hire me because I have a lot of experience to back up this position in position for this company. I do exhibit a lot of things from the work experience through the social factors in the company, and I really assemble or resemble the vision and mission of the company and understood it. The core values as well. I really I really just soak it in for myself and just really understand it and have a key heart for the core values. And overall, it just really has. I just believe in myself that this my qualities and just my resume has a pretty up to par standard to fit the gap of your company that I'm happily to fulfill.
So for the last question, do you have any questions for us?
Yes, I do have a question. For my question is, for my question is, what is the company's main objective in terms of 5 years, or where do we see the company in 5 years? With me, of course, being in it. In if there's an instance, if I were to be part of the company in 5 years, what would happen? Hello, my name is Molina Gabriel, and I'm going to be the interviewer.
And I'm Denise Jamila M. Caparas, and I'm going to be the interviewee.
For the first question, tell me about yourself.
So I am Denise Jamila M. Caparas, a dedicated marketing student with a passion for understanding consumer behavior and brand strategy. Currently, I'm pursuing my degree in business administration major in marketing management. My academic journey has equipped me with a strong foundation in market research, digital marketing, and strategic planning. Other than my studies, my interests are sports like volleyball, dancing, and billiards.
All right. What are your strengths and weaknesses?
So my strength in being easy to get along with and talkative helped me build a strong relationships in marketing, while I recognize that my challenges with public speaking and handling criticism are areas I am actively working to improve to enhance my professional communication skills.
What tools or software are you proficient in?
I am proficient in a variety of tools commonly used in marketing industry, including Google Analytics for data analysis, social media for inbound marketing, and Adobe Creative Suite and Canva for content creation and design.
How do you ensure a quality and accuracy in your work?
To ensure quality and accuracy in my work, I leverage tools such as Google Analytics to track and analyze data trends, regularly review my social media campaigns for consistency and effectiveness, and utilize Adobe Creative Suite and Canva to create visually appealing content while adhering to brand guidelines and best practices. Additionally, I implement a through review process, seeking feedback from colleagues to catch my errors and enhance overall quality of my deliverables.
If you were assigned a project with no clear instructions, how would you proceed?
If I was assigned to a marketing project with no clear instructions, I would first clarify the project's objectives by reaching out to stakeholders for insights on their expectations and desired outcomes. Next, I would conduct a research to understand target audience and relevant market trends. After gathering this information, I would outline a preliminary plan including key strategies and timelines and present it to the team for feedback. This collaborative approach would help ensure alignment and set a solid foundation for the project's success.
How would you approach a, a situation where your team is underperforming?
In a situation where my marketing team is underperforming, I will first analyze the root causes by reviewing performance metrics and gathering feedback from team members. I would hold one-on-one meetings to understand their challenges and any obstacles they face. Based on these insights, I would facilitate a team brainstorming session to identify solutions and set clear achievable goals.
How do you handle stress or pressure?
To handle stress or pressure in this industry, I prioritize effective time management by breaking tasks into manageable chunks and setting realistic deadlines. I practice mindfulness techniques such as deep breathing or short breaks to maintain focus and reduce anxiety.
How do you handle feedback and criticism?
To handle feedback and criticism, especially given my sensitivity to it, I focus on viewing feedback as an opportunity for growth rather than a personal attack. I remind myself that constructive criticism is meant to improve my work. I take time to process the feedback before responding, ensuring I understand the points being made.
What are your salary expectations?
In discussing salary expectations for a marketing position, I would consider industry standards, my level of experience, and the specific responsibilities of the role based on my research and understanding of the market. I would expect a salary range between 5,000 to 10,000. However, I am open to negotiation and value the overall benefits and opportunities for growth within the organization.
Lastly, when can you start?
I'm able to start as soon as needed, but I can also accommodate a notice period if required by my current employer. Please let me know your timeline and I will do my best to align with it. Thank you.
Thank you.